Explore Tulsa is an opportunity to see behind the scenes of Tulsa's most unique places.
To hear the stories of real people who are doing fantastic things and who love living here.
We look at the people, places, and events that make Tulsa home. Welcome to a few minutes of Exploring Tulsa.
Hi, thanks for joining us for another show. We have a great set of stories for you this week.
First, we get a little physical, but then we chill with some serious blues, followed by an unusual sport that you may not even be aware that was here in Tulsa.
And finally, we slow things down to end our show with a guy who gets to spend his days talking to horses.
First though, we sweat a little.
Fitness to me is physical, of course, but I think it's more important to me the mental side of fitness. It is something that keeps people happy, keeps those good brain chemicals flowing, and to me that's kind of the more important side of fitness, is just keeping that happiness vibe flowing. Well, I've been a fitness junkie my whole life. I have been a person since I was, in middle school playing volleyball, through, going to jazzercise with my mom when I was a little girl. Fitness has always been super important to me, and more specifically group fitness, because I believe, and I don't just believe it, I know it, that there's a magic that's created when people move together, sweat together, suffer together. Something changes in the atmosphere, something changes for them, and group fitness is just, to me, it's the greatest thing. I was cycling, I was doing yoga, I was doing CrossFit, I was doing running, I was doing everything because that's the kind of person I am. But yes, I was cycling and I loved it. And I also saw that cycling was coming up in the nation. We have Soul Cycle, Flywheel, lots of cycling studios that were growing and becoming really popular. And while, of course, I like and respect those models, I knew that I wanted to be different. I wanted to have a little bit more balance, not just cycle, but also yoga, because there is really a great balance between those two things. And they are things that you can do really forever. No matter how old you are, no matter what, you can do cycle and yoga. And so I decided to put those two things together. Well, the first thing that happens when you walk in is you are greeted. We are all about the experience. We want to make sure that you feel welcome, that you feel comfortable, that you're not nervous about what's about to happen. And we do get a lot of people who are nervous when they walk in the door. They don't know what to expect. So you're greeted, you check in. For a cycle class, you've already chosen the bike that you're going to be on. So we take you in, we show you your bike, we help you get it set up perfectly for your body. And then the lights go down. The lights come up, the music starts pumping, and it's like a dance party on a bike after that. Having the room dark isn't something that I invented as far as cycling is concerned, but it is something that I really believe in, because first of all, nobody wants to feel like people are looking at them when they're doing their thing, and it just lets people be free. It lets people let go, make that ugly face when they need to, when it gets really hard. We have people that sometimes cry in class because it's cathartic, it's a release. And in the dark, you feel safe doing that. One of our most popular classes here is, we call it the 30-30. So it's 30 minutes of cycle and then 30 minutes of yoga. And that really leaves you feeling amazing, because you come from that intense music, lights of the cycle room, you transition into the yoga room, you keep that movement going for a while, but then you bring it down, you calm down, you have that savasana, and you get up and you feel like $1,000,000. Well, it's just something fun to do together, and that's something that I really like now today about Studio Pop, is seeing mothers and daughters, fathers and sons, families coming here. We get a lot of people that come on like a date, like a brunch date, husband and wife coming to a cycle class and then hitting up downtown brunch, and it brings people together and just gives them a bond. The future of this place is that it will continue to grow and potentially have a second location before too long, and we're just looking to keep growing. World domination, that's the future of this place.
I've never seen a bike class in the dark. That really looks like a great experience.
It certainly is unique. And combined with yoga, it turns into a whole body workout.
They're right across from Joler Stadium, so really convenient for downtown workers and residents. Check them out when you can. They have a really great website too.
Now, if your adrenaline is up from that workout, take a break with us and we'll relax a little with some blues when Explore Tulsa returns in a moment.
Discover the benefits of making the right connections at Video Revolution. Connect with the expert staff who will take the time to understand and satisfy your technology needs. The installation staff will make it easy to maximize your new equipment for years of high-definition inspiration. Inspirational video and audio now with voice-driven built-in internet streaming apps. Connections, real live ones with people who know and care. Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Don't exercise too hard. Over-exercising stimulates hormonal changes in the body that promote fat storage.
That's right. Actually, over-exercising can make you fat.
When it comes to exercise, focus on maintaining an active lifestyle. Simply make a plan to move more and sit less.
Establish a regular cardiovascular workout routine, at least 3 to 4 times a week.
Get out for a brisk walk, regular time on the treadmill or even the elliptical.
For a balanced exercise plan, look for our online video-based workout programs.
Get started today by visiting wellnesslifeacademy.com.
Austin, Tulsa has been home to some great music over the years and is a destination for many musicians to record and produce their albums.
And we found a local guy who has spent his whole career singing and playing on the road, but always comes back to Tulsa when it's time to come home.
Music businesses, if you could pick one thing to do for a career, music would be 101 out of 100 as far as having a chance to make any money, to have any success. And it's just, but you can't look at the numbers. It's in your heart. You got to do it. I mean, you know, it's like all my buddies, all of us have taken major hits. It's almost like, it sounds crazy to say, but subconsciously you almost got to be a masochist, because the pain and the shots you take doing this is very tough. But if it's in your bones as deep as it is in mine, and you love it so much, that just kind of goes out the window. You just kind of deal with it. Yeah, I'm a rhythm and blues player. I'm a blues artist, but I like to, I'm not a traditional blues. I'm more of a contemporary blues artist. I mean, I do traditional blues on my records, but also as you heard on there, there's a lot of R&B, kind of soul and R&B. This came out in 2015, and this charted too. So these two last records made the top 20. This made 23 actually, and this made 25. But Good Morning Midnight was my 11th record, and I lived in LA from 83 to 94, and my first CD came out in 93 called Chains of Love. That was my first one, and then I toured on that. That was my first one. And so it's really, in the blues and the way the economy is and the way the climate is, you really have to work a lot of dates to make it. You know, I mean, you have to go, I mean, I'm on the road all the time. And there's been different periods of my life where I took time off, not from playing, just from traveling all over the place. Like, I coached my son's Little League baseball team when he was little. He's playing college basketball now for McPherson College. I spent a lot of his childhood that meant more to me than doing this. As far as on the road, I mean, I love this. This is my passion, but, his mom passed away in 2010, so he was 13 at that time, so I made a conscious decision. I mean, it's what I wanted to do. It's not anybody said, well, you should do this. It's what I had chances to do other things. I just like, no, he's playing baseball in Fayetteville. I've got to coach the team or whatever, you know. And then I got a gig in Kansas City the next night. So I managed to split the difference and still have a career and be able to go out and do some national dates. But, you know, I'd fly back for a fall baseball game. That's how committed I was to you. So, but I'm so glad and I'd do the same thing 150 times again. Wouldn't change it. It's just like a painter or anybody in the arts that they're so obsessed with it. I mean, I really have trouble sleeping a full sleep at night, even when I'm home, because I'm trying to come down from the intensity level of just show 400 miles or whatever, you know, bang, 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 bang. So it's no problem sleeping on the road. I'm so exhausted. Come home from the show, watch Sports Center or whatever, and then pass out and then get up and leave the next morning. But when I get home, I can't, it's hard to sleep because I'm so, you know, it's hard to pull myself down from that intensity thing because I love it so much. But when it's in your bones as deep as it is, it's just, there's really no way to stop it. It's like John Mellencamp said something a couple of years ago, so, and he said, you got to feed the beast every day. And that means you got to get up and write a tune or play or, I mean, it's, you know, you got to be a little off your rocker to be in this business, but it's just, I love it, man. I can't put it down, you know, I can't put it down.
Life on the road always seems so cool, but I think there's a price to pay.
But as Scott says, when it's in your blood, you really have no choice. And we get all the benefit of that great music.
We're taking a quick music break ourselves, then coming right back to talk roller derby when we return.
The time is right now to consider solutions for outdoor landscape audio. You experience state-of-the-art audio inside your home. Now you can have it outside your home, on your patio, around your pool, even your whole backyard. Video Revolution has been providing quality sound systems for over 35 years. We partner with exclusive brands like Klipsch, James Loudspeakers, Sonance, and Episode. Our team of cutting-edge experts can assess your needs with a free in-house consultation. It starts simply with a phone call. My name is Randy. I'm here to help.
Take charge of your health. We are what we put into our bodies.
We approach medicine from a unique standpoint. Rather than treating only the symptoms of an illness, we work to find the root cause and promote wellness of the entire body.
Our clinic offers complete assessment and treatment programs, including hormone replacement therapy, osteopathic manipulative therapy, and genetic DNA testing. It all starts with a medical evaluation.
Contact us today to begin your path to wellness.
Look at us. We woke up one morning with every song that ever mattered to anyone. So now what? Music's meant to be heard, out loud, where your life happens, where you dance, where you love, and where you live. When everyone has every song ever written, what matters most is how you listen.
Come hear for yourself at Video Revolution.
We're always glad you join us as we look around Tulsa and discover what makes this a great city to live in.
And if you're looking for something different to do this summer, you may want to check out what these girls are up to. And just know there may be room on the roster for you too.
We're actually having a recruitment night tonight, so people just come in, see what it's all about. We can take people who've never been on skates before in their life, and then they run through like the fresh meat program, and the coaches just get them where they need to be. Fresh meat is when you first start, if you're a wall hugger, can't play at all, they kind of teach you everything you need to know. Every one of us has to start there. Some of us take a long time to make it out.
It's a really good way to like stay in shape. As Mel had mentioned, there's several like skill requirements that you have to do in order to be bout eligible, is what we call it.
So you have to pass a certain number of skills, like they call them minimum skills. You have to jump, weave, take a hit, give a hit.
You have to go around the track 27 times in 5 minutes.
And then once you can do all of those things, then you move up and you get to play with the big kids. So the point is to get as many points as you can.
There's 4 blockers and a jammer. And the jammer is the one, she wears a star on her helmet. It's like a helmet cover. And she wears that. And then there's 3 blockers that are just regular old blockers. And then there's a 4th blocker that's called a pivot. And she wears a line on her helmet, like on her helmet cover. And the jammer can actually pull her star and hand it off to the pivot, and the pivot becomes the jammer, and they're the one that like scores.
There's a pretty stringent rule set. Not allowed to throw elbows, you can't punch people, no taking them out at the ankles. Like, we have like an area that you're allowed to hit people, and you can't hit in the back, you can't hit in the face. Some people are very fast and agile, and they're more geared towards getting around people quickly, and then there's some of us that are pretty stout and in theory could stop somebody like that a little better. And then there's some that are just like a massive wall of, you're not going past me. So. Very diverse group of people. We have just about every profession, every walk of life, all different kinds of interests. We even have like widely varied like political and social views, and then we all just come together, and it's a really supportive environment. Like, everybody's kind of nurturing towards, you see them out there hitting each other, but they're actually like very kind. And if somebody gets hurt or if somebody has something going on in their life, like everybody just sort of circles in around them and kind of makes a home for everybody.
I really love my teammates. There are definitely some people that I never would have like crossed paths with in life had it not been for roller derby, you know, because we've got some skaters on the team that are, you know, nearly in their 50s. We've got some that are, you know, in their late 30s, or one of my better, like, we carpool and stuff together. I babysat her when I was in high school. So it's like just kind of interesting little like dynamics and like just weird little things that are like, oh, okay, I guess you're like one of my friends now, all right.
This is more of a non-traditional sport, and it's a more, I guess, societal's view of what women should be or play, or how we should be apologetic and delicate, and we don't hit people and we don't knock our friends down, and here we do, and they cheer you on for it. And so it's nice to see something non-traditional and to kind of push yourself, like do something that every time you come out here, like, oh, that was awful, but I did it.
So far we've had like a really good like turnout of people trying out for the all-star team, and we've got some great coaches that really want to like work on our skills and help us to move up in the rankings. So we try to be really involved in the community. We've got a philanthropy chair as well, and every bout that we do has a charity tied to it. And so we're just kind of all around, and we go to all this, you know, we try to go to Riverside as often as we can. We're really excited for a gathering place to open. We've got several of our skaters that love to go to skate parks that are really good at it. Yeah, so we're just kind of everywhere.
The surprising part for me was learning that they can train you from the very beginning. You don't even have to be an accomplished skater to get started.
Just willing to learn and work hard. Head to roughneckrollerderby.com to get all their info and see a schedule of bouts coming up.
Well, we have to pause for a moment, but we'll be right back with more Explore Tulsa.
Hi, Dr. Robert Zellner here. For over 20 years, I've offered affordable, convenient eye care in Tulsa. Right now, you can get 1 pair of glasses or contact lenses starting at just $99, or my 2-pair deal for $129. Hey, and as always, the eye exam's included. Walk-ins are always welcome. Glasses are ready in about an hour. Plus, we have over 2,000 frames to choose from. We're open 7 days a week. Come see why we're voted Tulsa's best. And our drive-thru at 69th and Memorial makes pickup simple and easy. For the best eye care value in Tulsa, Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates.
When it's time to turn it on, turn it all the way on with Sonos. Sonos, leading the way in innovative audio solutions for your home. Experience crystal clear, full-bodied sound at any volume level. And with rock-solid wireless performance and a system that's easy to set up, control, and expand, your Sonos can be completely customized to fit your needs. Video Revolution is your Tulsa source for all things Sonos. And right now is the perfect time to come in and talk audio. Video Revolution and Sonos, partners in superior audio quality and exceptional customer service on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Thanks for returning for more Explore Tulsa.
Trish, how does a day working with horses sound to you?
Ooh, that sounds awesome. And I know it becomes just a job at some point, but we sat down, figuratively speaking, with Bill Hackler as he cared for one of his clients' Lance, and we watched him create the perfect set of shoes for the big guy.
I was born in Stillwater and raised mostly in Tulsa. I was living in Albuquerque a long time ago, and I knew I wanted to do something with horses, so I got a job on a horse ranch. And the farrier that was there kept asking me, and I was kind of afraid of horses at the time. You know, I was just kind of forced myself to be around them. And the farrier that shoed the horses there, every time he'd come, he'd say, "Man, you need to apprentice me," you know. And I said, I wouldn't crawl underneath those crazy things for nothing. But the business was a partnership, and it dissolved, and so I was going to be without a job. So I went to work for him for $10 a day and lunch. Apprenticed him for two years, and then I moved back here to Oklahoma, where I was from, and started shoeing horses here. You know, horses in their natural state, you know, they kind of take care of their own feet, you know, because they run across all kinds of different terrain. They're on soft ground, hard ground, rocks, everything. So they kind of take care of their feet. They don't, whenever we have them, they have to have their feet trimmed every 5 or 6 weeks at the very most. And in order for everything, their balance and everything to work properly, and them to be able to perform and do their jobs. So that's why we put shoes on them. Well, these are all kinds of different shoes, different sizes, different types of shoes. I don't know if you can see those up there with the V in them. That's called a tongue bar shoe, and when a horse has bad heels, a lot of times you can put one of those on them, and it takes the pressure off the heels so that their heels get a lot better. That's why I enjoy this job, is because, you know, I love the challenge of one that's, you know, not quite sound, and getting him sound, you know, is very fulfilling. I mean, it's really hard work. I mean, you got to be dedicated to it, you know, and want to do it. Otherwise, you know, when you just first get into it and you're not in good shape for it and whatnot, it'll eat your lunch. Each one of these animals is different. They all got different personalities. They all, you know, react to different things different ways, you know. And so, you know, when I started out shooing horses, you know, sometimes their behavior was, I thought they were just being bad, but it's not necessarily that they're being bad. It's just that was their personality, and they reacted to something that another horse wouldn't necessarily react to. I probably got 300 that I take care of, you know, on a regular basis. So, you know, multiply that times almost 50 years, it's a lot of horses. I love them all, you know, they're noble creatures. Well, I hope I'm still shoeing horses, and, you know, rather than go to a nursing home, I'd just soon have a heart attack under one of them, you know.
I wonder if working as a farrier is becoming a lost trade. I can't imagine there are many men around with the toughness of Bill to do that work day in and day out.
He did laugh off camera about having no fingerprints on most of his fingers from setting those hot shoes with his bare hands for over 40 years.
I'm sure he doesn't. Did you see that smoke? Well, we've got to take time to break away, but we're coming right back in a moment with more Explore Tulsa.
At Video Revolution, the future is now. Behold the beauty of the new Sony 4K High Dynamic Range TV. A true view display producing real-world clarity and brilliant colors with Triluminous X1 technology. Step into the future for yourself at Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
As we get older, our metabolism slows down. Here's a tip to fire up your metabolism that works every time.
Americans are pretty much in a fed state all of the time.
Which makes the digestion system work continuously, bogging it down with a never-ending supply of grain and sugar.
Healthy metabolism eventually screeches to a halt.
And to reverse this, intentionally put your body in a non-fed state on a regular basis and let the body repair itself and even burn off fat.
A great way to do this is through intermittent fasting. Eat dinner at a regular time, say around 6 p.m., and then wait to eat your next meal at noon the next day.
Now we recommend you do this 1 to 2 times per week. For more information about this and much more, visit sherwoodwellness.tv.
The weather is perfect, your pool has been serviced, and your grass has been mowed. But where are you? You're inside, watching the game. Most TVs are neither bright enough nor tough enough to mount outside. SunBright TVs can be up to 3 times brighter than your indoor TV, giving you a crystal clear image even in direct sunlight. SunBright TVs are specifically designed to handle all the elements. To get started on your outdoor entertainment system, come see me at Video Revolution on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis. Hey, thanks again for watching this week.
We get to do this because of our sponsors, so we take a moment to say thanks to Drs. Michelle and Mark Sherwood at Functional Medical Institute, where whole body wellness begins with just one visit on the northwest corner of 61st and Sheridan.
And to Dr. Zellner and Associates, Tulsa's best eye care value and still home of the $99 deal.
Also to Video Revolution, where you will find all your home and office technology solutions on the northwest corner of 71st and Lewis.
Don't forget to go to our YouTube channel to see activities for summer fun. YouTube, the Explore Tulsa channel, Summer Fun.
We do 4 stories a week, 52 weeks a year, so we are always looking for interesting segments. If you know of someone we should talk to, connect with us, email us, or send us a message on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you.
Well, that's all for now. See you next time, right here on Explore Tulsa.